Hello, Professor Bright here. Welcome back to the Sunless Sea, where last episode we were somewhere else entirely. You might be asking why that is. Well, unfortunately, we lost an episode between the previous one and this one. Which wouldn't be such a terrible thing if we hadn't lost two stories. One minor one, we got to Dahut, and instead of getting our Drowny hymn, we got a song in counterpoint, a song of isolation and belonging, of greatness and humility. Unfortunately, it didn't give us much more insight into Dahut, but still, would have been nice. The more important loss was that we recruited Batuk to the Seven, and he had a few things to say about the Presbyterate, which I'm going to repeat for you now. Rekindle Batuk's curiosity. It is your turn to speak. Tell them a lesson you learned at Z. Don't eat your crew. You tell of the Z's hunger, of the northern cold and the southern warmth, of storm and stone and salt. Don't lose your mind. The Z teaches many lessons, and each one has a tale to it. The Nook folk listen closely, keeping their breathing slow to preserve the air. Batuk sits statue still, his broad soldier's hands clasped before him. The privilege of the mighty, you tell of the great Neath powers, the robed masters comfortable in London's bazaar, the Khan secure in his fortress, the presbyter reigning for 1,000 years over his 77 kingdoms. You have him on the line. He leans forward when you speak, his eyes misty with memory. A repeat of the previous. Yes, all right, try not to look so pleased with yourself. Wasn't that clever? You just reminded me how angry I am. Arrogant presbyter bastards. Takes solid flint balls to monopolize immortality, I'll tell you that. You know, when we sacked Nidah, I broke one of their tablets. The ones they keep their precious laws on. Smashed it on their pretty gemstone street. It said, "The Prester saith, none shall set foot in Nidah save he that was born there. He who violates this law shall be cast into the deepest deep, and always forsaken." Well, bugger that. Tell Miriam I'll be ready when she calls me. In the meantime, I'll start looking for some soldiers. So a bit of a loss. I'm only able to get that one because there was a chance to restore previous versions of saves if you have Windows, which is convenient. Unfortunately, the restored version was from a week ago, and I'm just not willing to do 1 week's worth of work again. So, if you'll pardon me, we'll just continue on as if nothing's happened. Because effectively nothing has. So for today, our plan is to bribe the Khanate and find out what that was. Oh, wonderful. Extra fragments, always useful. And we do have quite a few secrets. I could use them now to improve our stats, but I'm going to hold off on that, because we have plans that I wish to accomplish. For one thing, getting more supplies. Let's see here. 3 more should be sufficient. And 7 Stygian ivory because, well, bought that at Nook, and we're hoping to get the, I don't even know what the weapon's called, but the thing from Iron Republic. Other than that, our plans are to go to the Khanate, go to Anthe, hopefully heal Rosina, and go from there. Actually, once we've recruited Rosina, we could just head back to Scrimshander. Yeah, just go to Khan's Glory, Anthe, Mount Palmerston, just to pick up the 13 Devil Bone dice we need. And then back to Scrimshander? That might be the plan. Might be the plan. Is the plan, but let's be honest, we're never certain that we'll succeed at the plan. Anyway, while I'm in the area, I did pick up a diplomatic agent last time, I believe. Go back here. You guys needed an agent, right? Yeah, you did. Well, 64% chance. Unfortunate. Oh well. There goes that agent, and the white and golds need bribery now, so that's irritating. But it's fine. I really love this Avid Suppressor. You guys don't even know. Oh dear. Wasting fuel, I know, but we have the money for it. Khan's Glory, hi. Here, have some more. Yeah, there we go. more coffee for you guys. And petition for access to the Nephrite Quarter. The Clan of the Leopard grants trade licenses to foreigners. A grand ceremony. The effusive official is today attended by 3 servants and a blue priest, each carrying a candle of a different color. He speaks a formula in Kaganian, in Greek, and in one of the languages of the Elder Continent. You are anointed with oils and presented with a pair of sharkskin gloves. The blue priest admits you to a slightly less debased echelon of foreignness, and blesses you in the name of the deep blue heaven. After that, you start filling in forms. Yes, but unfortunately, we're being watched right now, so... Hi, a gift to the Tiemen. The clan is named for a sizable and ferocious fish of the surface. They have a fondness for drowning pearls for some secret clan ritual. In the yellow chamber by the palace entrance, a masked functionary scrutinizes the pearls. Yes, she says, even through the mask she does not meet your eyes. She rises, turns, and leaves. That comma implied that there was more to that sentence, but okay. I just need one more. That's irritating, but okay. It's fine, it's fine. It's all fine. Favors leopard's condescension no more than 9. What does that... Is there some benefit to getting these even higher? Something we'll worry about in the distant future. Right now, we're worried about getting ourselves to Anthe and Mount Palmerston. Actually, probably Mount Palmerston first. Let me look at our hold situation. Yeah, I can fit 13 drowning pearls, and they're easy. To Palmerston! And actually, one second. Okay. I'm back. Just wanted to make sure that things were still recording, because, well, I'm a little bit paranoid about that for some reason. Really need to get a second monitor, but that's a personal issue. Deal with that in due time. Why not? Okay, because I can't dive there. That would be why not. Like, why not go to the Undercrow again? We did, see Lorenzo die horribly. Maybe that'll... Well, no, that would be a bad idea. I was gonna say, maybe that'll calm down Rosina. No, it probably won't. It will probably kill her. But, yeah. Let's discuss Lorenzo's passing. The incomparable Aurelian sits on the stone table that was his friend's deathbed, listlessly staring at his collection. A quiet celebration. Without looking up, the incomparable Aurelian tells you that your assistance has been appreciated. Studying the most moths so closely will be the highlight of my career, he says excitedly. I'm sure Lorenzo would want to thank you as well. A fate worse than death? Looking up from his book of pressed moths, the incomparable Aurelian fixes you with his stare. Lorenzo came to the Neath looking for a way to cheat death. I can't say whether or not he succeeded. Tell him Lorenzo triumphed. Some part of him eluded death. He lives on. A triumph over death, albeit a messy one. Life is unreliably pleasant, but it's better than the alternative. Lorenzo found a way to prolong it. It was, after all, why he came to the Neath. The incomparable Aurelian sighs. He has a new life now, maybe a happier one. He closes his collection book with a quiet smile. Nothing is worse than death. Fair enough. Let's speak with him. Quiet and contented. Just detail the latest pattern of Lorenzo's wings. I believe they change in conjunction with the false stars, though it'll take some study to be sure. Somewhere high above you can hear the slow, steady beating of Lorenzo's wings. He returns every so often, misses the smell of the fire, I suspect. That was a nice storyline. I liked Lorenzo. And he actually is the reason I found so many of the Sevens so quickly. I think he was actually involved with every one of them except for... Yeah, except for Bourdain, the propagandist. Interesting. I wonder if that was intentional. And he's at a lighthouse, like a guiding structure, and he guided me to the 7. I don't know, that's kind of... That's kind of nice. Anyway, quickly to Anthe. I know, wasting fuel, blah blah blah. Hush. There's business to conduct. There we go. Visit Rosina in her chambers. She's both healer and patient, convalescing in an ice bath among the sharp spleened. The Antheans speak of her often. The uncertainty is annoying. This one's uncertain. This one, however, seemed to be very certain. So, barbing of the lungs, you say. Back with you in a moment. Consider our own condition. Well, poor report, please, thank you. Yes. Consider... certain sharpness of the lungs would be nice. Breathe less often and more purely. Take on the companionship of divers, opera singers, coal miners, and producers of poisonous gas. The salon of incense, the chambers lined with black crystal, braziers are lit and a low haze hangs in the air, troubling none of the inhabitants. Visit Rosina? Seeing the drowny counterpoint at extra length and subtlety, the light and gloom might counteract one another, and you have the singing voice to perform it with more than typical control. Although... There we are. Dry lecture on this... Oh. Unfortunate. Provide a dry lecture on the social stratification of visage could do, but unfortunately I need my something awaits you quality and, accumulation of the tongue. Which we'll get before we leave, but, yes, seeing the drowny counterpoint at extra length and subtlety. A settled... Oh my god, that's amazing. A settled audience. Rosina braces herself in the ice bath and prepares for the song. You cannot replicate exactly how it sounds in the air water of Dahut, but its contradictions come through clear enough. It's hard to take either joy or sorrow too seriously if you believe the song. You sing for a long time. Rosina looks ever more meditative and tranquil. One of the onlookers takes off his robe and leaves the room before you finally finish. Nearly recovered. Beautiful. Witness Rosina's recovery. She's been looking better and better. If you're hoping for praise, gratitude, and perhaps some thankful tears, they are not forthcoming. Bring my logbook, Rosina tells her nurses. I need to review the records. She looks in your direction. Would you be able to replicate the treatment you gave me? 85% chance of success. Offer your services. If she would benefit from being taught the means of treatment, you would be more than happy. It's be rewarding if you succeed or terrifying if you fail. I'd love to be able to speak with my officers and boost my hearts, which was my intention. That's why I kind of saved all those secrets, but, yeah. Okay, good. An exact accounting. You explain everything that you did, the resources you used, the sources from which you got them. Rosina cross-references this information with her records. Line up temperature and state of sleep with each dose, she tells her nurses. Don't leave anything out. We will cure this in the end. I mean... I'm curious about both of these things, actually. Rosina's chambers in health. Gone is the ice bath, gone are the whispering onlookers, gone are the attendants. Rosina has remade this room as a hospital and a place of study, and she's recorded all that she's learned of animescence from her own treatment. Speak to her about her history. How did she come to take animescence? I ran the animescence hospital at Adam's Way. I was scrupulous, was never present when a patient burst into flame. When I felt too much pity, I would reassign staff, but I was less cautious outside the hospital. She goes to her stock of instruments and swabs each in ice water. I'd received news that an enemy of mine was shamed and embarrassed. I was so carried away with angry pleasure. I actually think I was talking to myself. Of course, in that mood, I was far too vulnerable not to take the disease when an animescence beggar combusted in the street. The Nidah sent him to infect me. Oh? What news gave her such angry pleasure? She's being elusive about the detail. A savage smile. The presbyterate do not share their immortality, she says, and she holds a blade in the flame. But one of them made an exception for his daughter and broke all the laws of his kind to send her the gift, because he hoped it would reconcile the rift between them. Her face is blank where anger should be, if her spleen were not a prism. Miriam, the daughter, she gave the gift away to a Gaganian general to spite her father and punish the presbyterate, the last person they would have wanted to immortalize. I found that outcome satisfying. Interesting. Now, restore Rosina to her role as the healer of the Seven. She's recovered now, and the cause needs her. Will she return? Vengeance. Rosina's smile is as sharp as her spleen. Yes, I have unsettled business with the Nidahin. Tell Miriam I am ready. And thank you, Captain, for allowing me a second opportunity. I've been unable to consider revenge these last 10 years for fear of accelerating my condition. Now I find it difficult to think of anything else. God, these people are amazing. I love each and every one of these stories. I really do. Anyway. Mingle with harriers, getters, and thrusters. They used to be coal miners, now they're impervious to coal gas or flooding. They might give you something, they might lure your crew away. Both are beneficial. There's Z-Coke and to spare. Are you planning to leave Anthe? Are you sure? Most people don't, but you may have the fuel if you need it. The only thing is, if you do go fully sharp, they'll take it back to offer to someone else that can use it. They didn't spend all that time in the mine pushing carts heavier than a cow just to have it go to waste, so mind you use it. And we will. Now, the question is, what do we want to do? I think what I plan on doing, good idea or not, is going to Mount Palmerston, getting our 13 Devil Bone dice, and then going to Scrimshander. Although we might not need the Devil Bone dice if we just go to... well, you know what, we'll do it anyway. Just in case. Or perhaps we shouldn't. I kind of want to see about getting the weapon. Oh. That's unfortunate. But yes, the weapon at, oh, what's the devil's name? Iron Republic. Which I guess I could do now. As long as it is actually Stygian Ivory that they take. You know what? Let's get the weapon. Let's get the weapon, go to London, recover completely, and then, perhaps, finish off our ambition to become immortal. We'll find out that there's an entirely different layer to the story that we have to deal with. But, that's something we'll deal with when we come to it. I do believe I want more irons, though. Can't remember who provides it. You? Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna kill you. I was busy looking at my staff. And by staff, I mean officers. Yes, yes, you're very terrifying. No, bad. There we go. Supplies. And more supplies. Delightful. Well, might as well stop at Demo's Island real quick. Grab our port report and then move along. Hi. Compile our port report. Don't really need a volunteer, thank you, bye. Does that undo the burning fuel thing? You know, didn't pay attention. I'm wondering if the actually docking at a port while you're still at full power cools off your engine, or if it just burns the fuel entirely. Suppose it doesn't matter. I suppose it doesn't. Come on. I really want to get to the Iron Republic. I've already killed everybody on Hunter's Keep and Mutton Island, so not really my concern. Come on. I just love the avid suppressor. I don't know why I would use an aft weapon instead of it. It just does exactly what I want it to. You know, I'm curious if there's more to your story, so I'm gonna just kill you real quick. Bit of a waste, I know, but I've got the money to waste. Yeah, you're staggered and also shot. Staggered and shot. Staggered and shot. And shot. There we go. So, how's the pirate poet doing? Once again, we are the victor. Unfortunate. Was hoping there was more to her story. Possibly recruiting her in the future? No, I don't know. Suppose it doesn't matter. Although there's one we haven't spoken with at all, the merciless Modeste. Let's invite her to dinner. Her dresses were the talk of London society before the scandal. Her tastes are no less refined for her exile. Nostalgia for darker days. Why, Captain, I hope I have not been forgotten. I had a most delightful little boutique, not too far from the bazaar, many surface commissions naturally. Once one has sampled the cloths from behind mirrors, it's quite obscene to return to the mundanity of cotton and silk. Velvet, of course, is another matter entirely, such a fabric. The Modeste cuts a slice of fruit tart, licks the side of her knife. Oh, to show you my finest creations, I would dress you in razors and arsenic and dream dyes of parabola. Tisk, forbidden. When my friends and I first set sail as the set, we knew no such creative cowardice. Blood and ink, my friend, blood and ink. Great art has always demanded a great suffering. We simply recognize that its obligation does not necessarily have to weigh upon the artist. I got several questions. Inquire her about her time with the set. It's a scandal that she speaks of with deep fondness. Underwater renegades. Of course you've heard of us, my captain. We are art's last bastion against the cowardly and the mundane. We sail irrepressible beneath the waves, free of censors and censure. The muses are compass and guide. Well, when time and tides permit, of course. It's been too long since our last little salon and the unpleasantness. The Modeste adjusts the bodice she is sewing, pins it in place. Ah, but the wonders we once crafted in the waxlight. The perfidious composer every betrayal a new operata. The ender of critics' knives blunt as their wits. The silent sculptor so unjustly exiled when the truth emerged about her torments of clay and bone. Such fine teas she served. Then, yes, there was the pianist and our dear, dear poet too, but... Her finger slips a drop of blood flowering on white lace. Blast it, she mutters, not even this year's red. Interesting. Let's check in on her. She's wasted a little time converting her cabin into a surprisingly well-equipped workshop. The cutting edge of fashion. A sweating crewman stands exhausted, her arms out and wrapped in flowing parabola linen. The Modeste fusses over a stretch of exquisite lace, fixing it in place with a hook pinned thrust through a pinch of convenient flesh. Oh, do stop mewling if you want... Oh, dear. Do stop mewling. If you want something worth sobbing about, you need only ask. She glances over her shoulder, smiling warmly. Now, Captain, do you perhaps know if the current style in London is still to the floor, or if one might finally show a knee in polite company? No matter. First we will shock, then we shall inspire. I mean, it's nice that these boost stats, but also... You are... I don't know the words I want to use for you. Oh, I could... Oh, no. No. I'm not going to let you use my ferret for... Like, who would do that? It was like, yeah, you can just use my ferret as part of my dress uniform. No! Absolutely not. I mean, he's not a very good ferret, but still. Ah, dear. Anyway, back to what I was originally doing. Sorry, I got distracted by the merciless Modeste. Anyway, also I wanted to actually spend those secrets on irons, I think. It is my weakest stat. Although Veils is probably going to be more useful during the invasion. Although irons, I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably just throw them all at the irrepressible cannoneer. Do it between episodes, just because there's no interesting story there anymore. We've seen it all, pretty much. Anyway, let's get ourselves a weapon. Don't care about all that. Fund a tittering artificer's project. Nearly ready, yes, nearly ready. I need more. You can have the prototype when it's done. Take it, kill with it. I want to see what damage you can do. Ammunition will be difficult, it will cost you so much. But the weapon, oh, the weapon. Icarus in black. It is done. The flesh is not important, you see. It's the passion, the lessons, the spirit forged like a spear. Like all the spears, into the hearts of the monsters. Did I mention I didn't like monsters? Monsters. Kill them for me. Yes, with my weapon. Go forth and crack Mount Nomad, yes. This desperate demented device inflicts apocalyptic damage on even the greatest Z-beasts, but it fires only one thing: monster hunters. Interesting. Oh, and it was only 12 that I needed. Huh. Had I been thinking. Well, the Gesundheit conspiracy? Hell provides. Huh. Oh, they do indeed. Absolutely. Maybe 2. Although, how many captivating treasures do I have, real quick? 2 of them. I can make 1 into a monster hunter. So I'm pretty happy about that. That will work for me. Was there anything else? Ah, fuel. And supplies, actually. You know, we're pretty well stocked on everything. Maybe I don't return to London. Maybe I just go straight to Scrimshander. And then we finish this little storyline. It's a matter for the future, though. For now, thank you for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye.